Hey everybody, it's Dr. Christine here, and today's part 3 in the series of the different types of stress. The first stress we talked about was physical stress, the second one was emotional, and today we're going to talk about nutritional or chemical stresses. This is something people don't even realize, and what I want to do is just give you a couple of tips at how you could minimize your chemical and nutritional stresses. The first tip is to eat more raw. That's right, eat things that are more alive, fruits and veggies. I'd rather you go for the orange than the orange juice, okay? Go for the apple than the apple cider. The more alive something is, the more something is in its most natural state, for the most part, the better it is for you. The next tip is to chew your food thoroughly. You know, my mom used to tell me to count my chews, to count to 36 chews before I'd swallow. What all my mom really had to do is just say, keep chewing until the food is liquid, then swallow. There should be no lumps when you're eating your food. Just doing that part by chewing your food so much better, you're going to allow your body to have much less of a break to digest that food that you didn't chew properly. And the third tip is to make sure you're drinking only about 8 to 12 ounces of water, room temperature if possible, with your meals. Most of your liquid should not be consumed with your food. The more liquid you consume with your food, the more burden you're putting on your digestive system, okay? And then the final chemical or nutritional stress is to drink a big 12-ounce glass of water but when you first wake up and about an hour before you go to bed. That right there is 24 ounces of water right off the bat that you can get right out of the way and try to work in the other water someplace else. Another thing I want to say to you guys is please don't be putting your water bottle in the freezer. I'm not a real big fan of plastic, so I can't imagine putting plastic and freezing it is such a good thing if you're going to be drinking water from it. Just a little tip for you. And again, you really want to try to drink your water at room temp. Okay? The last tip is try to consume organic whenever possible. What does organic mean? Well, it means that it hasn't been tampered with. It hasn't been, like for example, organic dairy. There are no growth hormones added. The cows generally are healthier cows. To even be qualified as organic anything, there's a lot of testing that is required of these agricultural companies to even get that benefit of being an organic label. So yeah, it's more money, but there are some things you should definitely buy that are organic, like dairy. Another thing you should always consume that is organic for you coffee drinkers is coffee. The coffee crops are highly sprayed with pesticides. So how would you feel if you had your Maxwell house with a little bit of Raid? You wouldn't like that so much, I know. So spend a couple of extra bucks on your coffee if you are coffee drinkers to go organic. Just that way you know you're not going to be consuming with your coffee that pesticide. Okay? All right, I hope you've, and again, I could talk a lot about the chemical nutritional stress. We'll expand on that more in future webcams. But I hope you enjoyed the 3-part series of physical, emotional, and chemical or nutritional stresses. And I will see you next time.